All right, here we are at Robert's Hardware on a beautiful Tuesday, August 10th. And as you can see, it is like a gloriously beautiful day. And it's Robert's Hardware, of which we just finished doing the interview. You know how phones are. Okay, founded in 1931. Happy anniversary. Your grandpa founded it. You guys worked here, you and your brother. Your father lived on Cole Street. I know that as well.
My father lived on Cole Street. When he was a real little kid, he lived on Schrader.
Okay.
And then they moved from Schrader to Cole. And then that's where he grew up most of his life, was on Cole Street.
And do you live in the vicinity? Are you in the neighborhood?
Right now I live in Marin County.
Oh, wow.
My brother lives in El Cerrito.
Okay.
I have lived in and out of the neighborhood for many years.
Did you love being at hardware stores? I mean, did you love being around all this stuff? I mean, I love being at the hardware store, personally.
I actually like it.
Yeah.
I like being with people and interacting with people.
Yeah.
It's
we
good.
love you guys. The neighborhood loves you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the Smith family, you guys started selling baskets. That was kind of the beginning, was baskets.
It was baskets, brooms, whatever my grandfather could find to sell.
Okay. And then surviving COVID. We're so glad you made it through all that crap. Stories as a kid. What's your favorite thing about working here? And what's the hardest thing and the easiest thing? What?
People.
Yeah.
People both ways.
I bet. That's actually probably very true. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's a good answer. Okay, and the homeless situation, if you can just speak a little bit to that, like the McDonald's closing down. You've been here since '93, as we said, so you've seen a lot of ups and downs with the homeless. How do you feel about it?
Well, I've even been here longer than '93 because I've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
The homeless issue has been an issue in this neighborhood for a long time. It has its ups and downs. It has its positives and negatives. It's a very complex.
It is.
Problem.
It is.
That's citywide, statewide, and nationwide.
Yeah. You can't remember Lily the cop. Remember the beautiful blonde cop? I mean, she loved all those kids, and so many of them have passed away, especially this year. We lost 5, January through March.
Yeah, it was very frustrating to see a lot of those people not following any sort of protocols and not being encouraged to follow any sort of protocols from COVID.
Yeah.
Even by some of the people that were in charge of the services.
Yes. Yeah, I know Amoeba had a little thing with the whole McDonald's and throwing everybody there in that huge parking lot with the tents and the COVID, and that was a little bit, why are you putting them in the middle of...
Though I thought that was very well run.
That's what he said. They retracted, and Joe, he said, we ended up on the wrong side. We were worried, but we ended up on the wrong side, and they did a great job.
Yeah,
so.
I think they did.
Yeah, cool. All right. And then... Oh, the message of the Haight, the whole counterculture thing and keeping that vibe alive, and is it still here, do you think? Like my magazine says a renaissance is rumbling and Bob Weir on the cover.
My family was here kind of before that.
Yeah.
During that, and now I'm saying kind of after that. But yeah, it's still, the feeling is still here.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the COVID closing, I feel like there's so many happy people. Like there's an extra little, joy going on around here.
Yeah, it's still a very diverse neighborhood.
Yeah.
People get along.
Yeah.
Lots of new shops opening.
Lots of old ones closed, but...
A few old ones closed. A lot of the old ones that have closed have been through either retirement or, other family or personal issues.
Paul on the corner with the t-shirt shop, he was pretty much getting tired.
Yeah.
I know that.
And his daughter was very tempted to take it over, but she went a different way.
Yeah, yeah.
And so...
And do you eat in the neighborhood? Do you go out to lunch around
I eat all the time in the neighborhood.
Cool. All right. All right.
It's actually really nice. The new Mid-Eastern restaurant on
Salim
the corner. Salim Abdul.
Yeah, I love that joint. It's really good, and they're really so sweet in there.
And then the new burger place that's run by the people that own, 1437 Haight? The one that's across the street.
1428.
1428.
I didn't know they owned that. See, I'm learning something new.
And they run that.
What's it called? Burger.
It is called.
Not burger. Oh Jesus, that's terrible. Well, I'll fill that in the paperwork. sometimes when you live around here, I live on Page and Masonic, and I've lived in the neighborhood 40 years. Sometimes you just don't see anything because you're so busy.
That's true.
You know that feeling?
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, that's there. I had no idea.
Yeah, and like the music store closing was really a shame.
Heartbreaking.
But he is retiring, spending more time with his family.
Yeah, and he's still got a place in the South Bay.
He has a place in Santa Clara, I think, or
Belmont. I think it's Belmont.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, very nice man.
Thank you, hardware. Thank you. We love you. The music store. You guys were great. I do miss all those folks, though. It was a whole
It was a nice group of people in there.
fun spot.
Yeah.
And then Gus is expanding. Gus's market is now expanding. God bless them. God
again.
bless.
Yeah.
God rest Gus's soul. That was a tragedy.
Yeah. They're actually doing very well.
They're great, and I love the family-run stuff. And then let's see. What would you like? Oh, what would you like to read in my magazine? What kind of things would you like to see covered of things that me talking to whoever, or is there anything in particular?
Maybe some current events, some positive current event things that are happening
In the neighborhood?
in the neighborhood,
You mean like
specifically.
the Haight Street Fair is not happening, but something like that?
I don't know,
you mean?
kind of like maybe the bocce ball court opening.
Oh, cool. Okay, I love it.
Flywheel opening.
The what? What was the other one?
Flywheel, which is the coffee shop that's right next to the bocce ball court.
Okay. I love that.
How
Okay.
that is all changing the whole area there and making it more friendly, I would say.
Fantastic. 'Cause I've never even been. I went to the play and walked by it saying, see, again, me walking through everything.
Maybe, and also telling when the art is going to be at the end of the park there. That
Okay.
might be a nice thing to know.
Okay.
I don't know when that is. It just pops up on weekends sometimes, and I don't know when.
That's interesting. Then we have a farmer's market right around I think it's on Masonic now.
That I didn't know.
Yep.
That
On
would,
Hayes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Current events. Thank
Current
you,
events.
Steve. I tried.
I'd love to have people try and get more music on the street.
You mean like little local,
Well,
like?
more cabaret licenses for the bars. I think there's only one on the street now that is deluxe. And when I was growing up, there were probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And they're all gone away.
Yeah. Well,
So-
Sunshine at Love on Haight, we love you, Sunny. She had a New Orleans brass band for a book event that
She
I was
did.
at. That
Yep.
was fantastic. And then Mello across the street has a little upright bass guy, and they just show up. And I think I don't know if they have the permits, but I think they're allowing, sort of stretching the limits.
They are.
A little
which
bit.
is a good city thing that they're doing.
Bending the rules a little bit, because if it's 4 in the afternoon, you got to get going.
I just want to make some.
See, here he is. He's a busy man. You're on Haight Street, boys.
Just those 3 keys.
And then we'll wrap it up. You get to work, Steve.
Thanks.
So here's the last one: is what would you like to say to the good people of the Haight Ashbury? The magazine is hyper local with a global perspective, so it's communities all over the world. What would you like to say?
Oh, keep having fun and keep coming back.
Wait, say that again.
Keep having fun and keep coming back.
Okay. And peace.
Peace.
Thanks for doing this, man. We love you.
Thanks, Linda.
Ciao. Cool, man.
Do you guys sell the rings?